G'day guys, how's it going? I just wanted to knock up this quick video. A, to thank you guys for supporting me on Patreon, and B, to do it as a bit of a test to see how a live stream would go, and C, to give you guys an update on what's been going on. So first of all, to all you that's supporting me on Patreon, thank you very much. And in particular, those who have just recently signed up to my Patreon page. Really do appreciate you taking the plunge and supporting me with your hard-earned dollars that could have been gone on to something else, and even something in the garden. You've put it towards me and supporting my videos, written work, and also my podcasting now. So all the content that I'm creating is able to be done because of the support that you guys are giving me. And so I can't be more thankful. It's hard to describe how important and thankful I am with the support that you're giving me. And most of the time, the feedback that I'm getting is that you really are just supporting me at whatever level because you like the work that I'm doing, and you're not really necessarily interested in me creating extra content for you. But I take the view that I actually enjoy creating content, and I do want to create a bit of extra content, and I think that you should be rewarded for your support to be able to have this exclusive content that other people aren't getting, simply because you're putting yourself out there for me. And so I think that that reward should be forthcoming. But having said that, I know most of you are just happy to support me for what I'm already doing on YouTube and my blog, which I'm very, very thankful for. So the next thing, you might notice that there's this banner behind me. We got that knocked up rather hastily. Yesterday I did an interview with Mike on the Vegetable Gardening Show. He's pretty popular on Facebook, and he's got a website, I think, for the average gardening person or something like that. And he interviewed me for 15 minutes. He's been asking to get together for quite a while. He's got a small YouTube channel too, called The Vegetable Gardening Show. And yeah, so he's starting to come along on YouTube. And I enjoyed having a chat to him. It was a pretty general type interview. How did I get into self-sufficiency? What advice would I give to people that are just starting out? And what was the most challenges that I've had? It was a bit of tap dancing from me because there are so many options you can choose. But yeah, in general, I really enjoyed the interview. That'll be coming out on his channel and his podcasting service, I think in a week or two, depending on when he releases them. I was the third interview he'd done that night. So yeah, he was a little tired, he reckons. After the interview, we had a chat. Said he was a little tired and needed to call it quits. So I assume that he puts several shows together, and in a week, in a day or so, and then he releases them out over a week or two. And that probably decreases his workload rather than trying to, do a show and then get it out. But anyway, so that's what this was knocked up for. I want to get a little bit, I quite like that banner, but we're working on a better banner, and one that stands up on itself. At the moment, I've got this in the wall, just tied onto the wall with one of those eyelet screws. And then on the other side, it's held up by a ladder. And because I'm wanting to get into live streaming, this is a good test for me to talk into the cam and be able to sort of keep on going without getting too bogged down, and to keep people interested. So that's why I'm using this as a testing ground as well. But yeah, we want to refine that banner. And perhaps use that somewhere else so it's not wasted. But we've got to get, better squared away. But of course, I'm busy trying to make good quality content on YouTube, as well as write articles and try to find a way to get that smoother so that I can keep pumping out more content which is what I love doing, but also, you know, have the time to be able to do everything that I write and talk about, which is, you know, the self-sufficiency and the gardening as well, which I am doing this afternoon. I'm putting together that tumbler that I talked about in my composting video, which is going quite well at the moment. It wasn't a how-to basic composting video. I think some people got the misconception that it was, but it really wasn't that. It was, it was named what to do when you've run out of compost. And that was the main crux of it. And the setup to that video was, that's why the setup went for so long, because I needed to explain to people how we did run out. And so I had several confusing comments from people. Majority were very supportive, but several confusing comments of people wanting to know, why don't you just get to the point and, you know, how do you make compost and all that? Well, that wasn't really what the video was about, but some interesting feedback come through. I have been really considering a back to basics gardening video. I've been dabbling in this in my how to basic 2-minute gardening tips, and that's really good in concept. I like that concept, but in practice, the few videos that I've released, one was no dig garden, and one was how to bag a bunch of bananas. Whilst it was in 2 minutes or thereabouts, it occurred to me that it wasn't really basic. It wasn't really basic. It needs to be even more basic, because people are still finding that I'm talking at an intermediate or advanced level, and the feedback I'm getting from a lot of people is they want more succinct information, they want more basic information, and they want it brought down a few levels. And I can really understand that. And whilst it's great for, you know, people that are advanced or intermediate gardeners, food gardeners, to do those videos, and I'm going to continue on with those level of videos, that's for sure. I do intend to make a series of really basic videos, and that may not appeal to my more advanced gardeners or more advanced subscribers, but they still might want to watch it anyway, just because I'll try to make it as fun as possible. Yeah, but I think that could resonate more with some people. So it wouldn't be all my content now all going really basic. It'd just be a series that I do, and how I come up with that is what I've been thinking about and dabbling in, and you know, brainstorming with Nina, my wife, and trying to work out different scenarios and different topics that I could discuss, and what level that I go to, and how do I bring it to the audience, how do I bring it to people. Yeah, so I'm just thinking out aloud now as well. But this is what these types of videos are for. You just seeing me in the raw, and me talking to you, you finding the background and getting the inside goss. Yeah, so apart from that, I can't really think of anything else. Just that I wanted to do this as a test. Thank you very much again for supporting me on Patreon. It really is humbling, and it really is important to me, and it helps a great deal. And even though you might not see me here on Patreon a lot acknowledging that, I do want you to understand that every day I do think about it, and I do appreciate it. So I'll sign off now, get this video out, and there you go. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great week. Bye.